about in the Beetle today. I'm not spending any time over the campsite or anything today. Didn't know what the weather was going to do, because there was a weather warning for snow and ice and all that jazz. So I thought, no, I'm just gonna stay in Stevenage this weekend. But as you can see, well, you can't see, there is no snow at all, none. We've escaped it completely, which is good. So yeah, I'm going to just go out for a little bit of an amble. Nothing spectacular today. Just hit a few steps up, get some supplies, and then head back to the van and have a relaxing day, I guess. I think that's about as good as it's going to get for me today, well, and this weekend. I was just looking at the other camping club. I can't remember what it's called. Is it Caravan and Motorhome Club? But they want £69 for the year to be a member. Now, I did join it before a couple of years back, but I never ever used it, ever. But I'm tempted to rejoin and maybe explore a few of their sites in the future. I don't know, I'm going to ponder on that one today, but 69 quid, it's quite a bit of money really, isn't it? And they don't offer any monthly direct debit things, it's only done yearly, so I don't know, like I say, I'll have a think. I come down the crematorium on the 10th of January every year, you know, or try to go and have a look at the Book of Remembrance to see her name, and I find it like incredibly difficult today. Obviously it's painful because we lost her, even though we wasn't together since I was in my early 20s. We were still friends. That never really changed. Got on relatively well, and she always checked up on me. But I think today, because of feeling sad anyway, because of going through my own breakup and heartache, I don't know, it's like double the effect now. I don't know, it's hard to explain. I don't know, feeling a little bit overwhelmed, to be honest with you. Having a stroll round, trying to clear my head a bit, but you can't clear your head. I don't know whether there's any truth in that anyway, when you're going through pain of losing people that you loved and cared about, whether it be in death or divorce or whatever. Walking about, does it really help? I don't fucking know, honestly. Sorry for the negativity today. I've got nothing positive to report really. Regarding my health, I officially diagnosed now with severe anxiety, and the instructions I got on coping, because of what I've said, or what was told to me, because I've had anxiety all my life. It's like got worse over the years, and it's not going to be cured. It's just going to try and manage it the best we can. So I've got some medication that I would take when required, and I've been told to do some what do they call it? It's a therapy where you put yourself in a situation that makes you feel anxious, which I was doing anyway. You know, going to the supermarket when it was a bit busier, pushing myself into that sort of situation. You know, well, I can't avoid it forever. I don't want to just order my shopping or go really early in the morning and get it done. You know, the only way to do it is to tackle it head on, and hopefully it'll get easier. But yeah, that's where we are with that. So I kind of knew that it was severe anxiety, but I don't know, it's reassuring to hear it from a professional person. Anyway, I do apologise for waffling on today, but I've got to get this off my chest. You know, I often talk to the camera about what's going on with me, whether you're interested or not. Even if no one watches it, at least I've got it off my chest. and hopefully in the future I can watch it back and think, oh blimey, I remember recording that, and I've come on leaps and bounds since then. Right, I've had a walk round. I didn't do much filming. I'm not really in that frame of mind at the minute. I'm going to head back to the car and I don't know, just see what happens really. Got no plans to go anywhere, but I'm sure I'll end up somewhere, interesting or not. But yeah, I'm not in the right frame of mind being here and filming and talking away. I'm feeling quite down in the dumps. Unsurprisingly really though, is it? I've managed to get myself into a church that I haven't been into before, and it ain't too far away. It's St Giles Church in Codicot, which is just the other side of Nebworth, which is near Stevenage. I've been here before, walked round, but I think there was a service last time I was here, so I'm quite impressed that I managed to get in today. There is workmen outside doing some restoration work to the building, but inside is completely empty and open to the public. So yeah, it's just what I needed to do today. Brilliant. Quite happy with that. It looks like it's regularly used. There's a preschool that runs here, and there's tea and coffee facilities, there's toilets, there's loads of things. Yeah, it's quite good. Quite nice to see that it's well used. It looks like a nice little community in this little village. I do like that. I think that's wonderful. I'd love to, if I wasn't in a van, I'd love to live in a little village where everyone knew everyone and helped each other out and was there for each other, you know. That's something rather nice about that. Yeah, I remember this one now. There's a little bit of land on site where it's all fenced off, and there's sheep that are looking after the land, keeping the grass short around the gravestones and whatnot. It's quite nice, that is. I'm just having a walk around the edge, but every time I try and get close to the sheep to get a picture of them, they bugger off. I don't blame them. A lot of people piss off when they get close to me. Yeah, I'm glad I found this one. It's brings me a bit of pleasure still walking around the churches, even though I'm not in the best of moods right now. I mean, it still brings a bit of peace, you know. I don't know what it is. It's just quiet and nice, although you do end up thinking about your own mortality. But I don't know, it's just nice being away from people. Yeah, my manager at work the other day suggested a book about was it England's hidden churches or Britain's hidden churches or something like that. So I ordered the book and I've got that, and I started to read that last night. And there's so many. There's so many. Obviously he didn't get around them all, but he's listed his favourite few, and he started off up in Derbyshire, I think. And there's a few up there that I'd like to visit myself. They hold quite a bit of history. I think there's one up there in Derbyshire that is carries the grave of John F. Kennedy's sister, who died really young. She was only 28, bless her, which is quite sad. But yeah, her grave is up there. I wouldn't mind going up to have a look at the grave and have a look at the church as well, because it all looks rather nice. But I mean, it's quite a way away to go for for a day out. That might have to be incorporated into a long weekend or something, you know. Now I've got holiday to use from work to do what I want to do. Maybe that is something I can consider. Come up with a list of churches that I want to view that hold the most significance in certain areas and start doing that. Yeah, that sounds like a plan, doesn't it? Yeah, that's quite an interesting idea, that is, fencing off an area of graves and then putting sheep on it, although you can't get to the grave. So I guess they would do graves that are no longer visited or have no family ties or something, I don't know, because you wouldn't want to section off a grave which someone still comes to visit and pay their respects and put flowers on, would you? But all the ones in this area, they look all old and there's no flowers. Well, there's not going to be with sheep roaming over them, is there? But yeah, it's a nice idea. Nice idea. It is such a good feeling when I get into a church that's close to Stevenage, and it's one that I've never been in before. I like that a lot, so much, because so many in the surrounding areas of Stevenage and Hertfordshire I visited and filmed all of the outside, and some I haven't filmed the outside actually, and they've always been bloody locked up, and it is such a pain in the arse. It's such a pain. I so much appreciate it when they open up these buildings and let the public go in there and just sit and do what they got to do. I think every church should be like that. I really, hand on heart, believe that. Even in troubled areas, I mean, do something, put some form of protection in, or cameras or whatever, but give people an opportunity to go in there and have a look around on their own, you know. I think that will encourage more people to visit the buildings, or even attend a service maybe, I don't know. But keeping them locked up tight all the bloody time, I just think that's wrong. I really, really, really do. But I know I've said it a million times before how much it frustrates me, but I think it will help get people interested again, get people, you know, whether they want to believe or whatever. But just going into a church like what I do, it's not just for going in there and filming content and making short videos and TikToks and things. Sometimes I go in there, and I said before, I turn the camera off and I just sit there. And although I don't believe, well, I don't know what I believe actually, it's somewhere really peaceful, it's somewhere really quiet, it's somewhere where you can close your eyes and just think and just be away from everybody else and try and put things into perspective, you know. And that's what I've just been doing in there. I've done the filming and then I just took a seat and took my hat off. Okay, I'm a few miles up the road now in a place called St Hippolyt's, and I'm right next to the church. I have filmed in there once before, and I've done walking around the area plenty of times before, but I'm not going to do any walking today, not through all the mud and fields, because I ain't got any boots with me. But I'm hoping I can get back into that church, because if I remember rightly, it's a very pretty one. The location of it is really nice, and it's quite high up as well, so you've got quite good views on a, well, it's not going to be very nice today because it's shit, but on a clear day it looks really nice. So yeah, I'm going to have a quick look around the area, see whether I can get in as well, and yeah, just enjoy my surroundings for a bit. Yeah, this one's absolutely stunning. I'm going to have to come back here again in the spring once the trees have started to regrow and the flowers are blooming away nicely. I think I will come up here and put the drone in the air, get some proper good shots of this place, because it is absolutely stunning around here. And it looks like the church is open, so let's go have a nosy. I do remember this one now. I remember saying back in an early video how nice it was, how inviting it is, and oh, it's amazing in here. Wow, what a place. Beautiful. Okay, I decided to come out for a little amble, just take a few steps. It's not too muddy. It's just so nice to be out up here. It'd be a shame just to drive away from it. Like I say, I've been here God knows how many times before. It's always pleasant. The views are really good. Surrounded by nature. And if I remember rightly, there's a little bench up here somewhere. I often spoke about coming out here with a jet boil and making myself a drink, but that novelty of doing that seems to have worn off. It doesn't matter, does it? Whether it's a jet boil or a flask of coffee or a cold bottle of drink, it doesn't matter. Just sit on the bench and enjoy it, innit? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. What a place! What a place! Again, another nice little village feel. I should think everyone knows everyone. I do like that. I think what I've got to get out of my head is the fact that I keep telling myself this sort of walk, this sort of exploration, looking at churches or being in the countryside would be better if I was doing it alongside somebody else. Now, I've thought that for a long time, but I wish I could escape it and just enjoy it on my own, you know? But you can't, I don't know, when you see something nice or you witness something great, you want to share that experience, don't you? Or I do. I just like the idea of having a stroll in the countryside, arm in arm with someone, and just enjoying every moment of it, you know? There'll be something quite special about that. But I know that's not meant to be now, so I've got to try and make the best of it on my own. And I do, don't get me wrong. As much as it'd be easy just to sit down and watch TV all day, I think getting out and doing stuff like this definitely helps at least a little bit, you know, burning off some energy. Yeah, makes you reset a bit perhaps. I don't know. Like I say, as I have had days where I can't be asked to go out and just want to sit in and just fucking hide myself behind a TV set or an iPad, you know, just put something on, and then I end up feeling sorry for myself. And I don't want to watch everybody else's experiences on YouTube doing things that are nice. I should be out doing those things as well, you know, like the English Woodsman camping guy says, get out there and be that person. And he's absolutely right, be that person. Don't just sit and enjoy videos, go and make some memories for yourself. It's quite important that we do that. I think it's quite an interesting point actually that I just touched upon. I wonder how many people do sit and watch the TV or YouTube or whatever and think to themselves, do you know, I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind going out and exploring, you know, the New Forest or whatever it is, climbing the mountains of Wales or Scotland, or going to the Giant's Causeway in Ireland. But they watch everybody else's videos and adventures but never do it themselves. I think that's the answer, isn't it? It's just to find somewhere to go and go and witness it for yourself rather than watching everybody else's footage and TV programs. I think that'll help with mental health no end. Yeah, I really do. That's the way I've got to start thinking now to myself. Instead of watching YouTube, is just find somewhere to go and do it myself. Maybe what we've done is created our nice homes, whether it be in a van, a caravan, or a house, or a flat, or whatever. We've created these places where we live, and we don't like to leave them. You know, we go to work, earn our money, and then want to spend as much free time as we can chilling out in our own space, which is fine. But maybe you can do that too much, especially if you have got the time and can have holiday time away from work. You need to step away from where you lay your head and go and experience something a little bit more nice, you know. It definitely makes you feel a bit better. I know I'm just mulling over Wales at the minute, and every time I went to Wales I was fascinated by everything that was there. And I remember we was on one journey to a castle, I can't remember which one it was, but we drove through the Brecon Beacons and I was like a giddy schoolboy. It was so beautiful. It was a beautiful clear day. The landscape, the rolling hills, everything went on for miles, and I remember being so happy, you know. And that was even before we got to the outstanding castle. But the drive there was so nice. I remember, I want to feel like that again. That's what I need to do. Find somewhere to go that's going to bring me as much joy and happiness as that did. That's the one that sticks in my mind the most over everywhere I've been. Definitely that castle in Wales. Right, I'm back in Stevenage now. I'm not going to go anywhere else today. I've done enough. I'm not in the mood for driving anymore. So I'm going to end this one here, but I won't be out and about anywhere tomorrow. I'm going to do some sorting out in the van, probably install that new battery, and that's about it. But I won't be going anywhere at all, I don't think, because it's going to be a washout tomorrow according to the weather. So probably just relax tomorrow, do my chores and cleaning, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching me. If you have, not sure what my plans are for next week, don't know, ain't got a clue. I don't know whether I'm going to go to a campsite. I'll never make any videos of me camping in Stevenage, you know, on the side of the road or anything like that, because it's really not fucking interesting. I shut the doors, cover the windows, sit and watch TV, do what I've got to do, that's about it. And then a few nights a week I stay at my boys' house, so that's it. So there's nothing really interesting to film through the week. I tend to do all the filming at weekends when I go somewhere, and even then it's not that interesting. Anyway, for now I shall say goodbye, and I will speak to you all again soon. Take care.
Bye bye.